Hey guys, so today's video, I am going to be doing a recreation of a makeup look that I did the other day. I did not film it. I should have, because this always happens. Whenever I do a makeup look and then if I like talk on Instagram stories or something, inevitably you guys ask me like, did you film that? And I'm like, for sure. But I didn't. I was just sitting down playing with makeup and I was going out and about. Lately, I have been on the hunt for doing my makeup really beautifully, but quicker, because sometimes it takes a little while to do my makeup and I just want to look and feel really good about myself without it taking 2 hours. And of course it doesn't have to take 2 hours, but when you sit down and you're like, okay, it's going to be a quick look, and then 2 hours later you've got a cut crease, smoky eye with glitter. Yeah, we all get into that. So I have been trying to do my makeup and experiment without lashes. Now, lashes are something that I fall back on often, and I did a video recently where I didn't use lashes. I'm gonna link that video up here. It was just to try to get ready with me. I have been trying lately to embrace my natural lashes. Now, don't get me wrong, this does not mean that I am not going to wear lashes. No way. I love lashes so much. They make me feel absolutely beautiful. But on the everyday, lately, I have discovered that if I am not wearing them, I am a lot more apt to want to do my makeup, because that is the most daunting step in my makeup routine that I heavily dislike, because it just takes long for the glue to dry and to get them positioned correctly. There's also something almost more beautiful about it, and I'm glad that I've been testing it out. And I mentioned this in my previous video, but I feel like as YouTubers, we get a little bit stuck in the rut of a makeup look isn't finished until it has gigantic lashes on. I definitely feel that way. But there's something understated about having even like a really beautiful eyeshadow look with just your natural lashes that I don't know, there's something about it. And I actually got more compliments on my makeup the other day without them than I received with them. And for some reason, it was making my eyes look real green and really sultry. I don't know what it is. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys this eyelash technique you guys recommended to me in my last video. I asked you guys so much. I was like, what do you do to get your eyelashes to stay curled? And you guys gave me such good tips. This is why YouTube is so incredible, because I ask and you guys actually give the answers. Thank you so much. You guys recommended that I use waterproof mascara. It sounds so simple, but I never thought of it before. And it's actually the answer. I put it on in the morning and it stayed on, not just until night, but I could barely get it off. And then I woke up the next morning with mascara still on. So it definitely stays. I curl my lashes, use waterproof mascara, and I've never had them stay up and curled before, and this was the first time you guys did it, so thank you so much. So I'm going to show you guys what I used. I'm also going to be doing a clothing try on haul for you guys today. You guys know that I've worked with thredUP in the past. If you don't know who they are the largest online thrifting company. You can sort by size, color, brand, and it's really easy to sort as well. And what's nice about that is, so like when you're going to the thrift store and you are rifling through everything, sometimes we'll be like, I love this shirt, and then it's in a size extra, extra small, and you're like, cool. They will only show you things that you filter in. If you want to see everything, you can, but I always tell it like, hey, I'm an XL or a 1X or whatever you want to say, and then pant sizes you can put in. You want to filter by color, you want to filter by type, you can filter by everything, and then anything that you're looking for is very specific and it's narrowed down for you, and that's exactly how I shop on there, just to make it so much easier. And I always find things that I love. They've got all the good brands that I love. I usually sort by like H&M or Madewell or Zara, Lululemon, Free People. You can search all of those titles in there, and if you have a brand that you know that you love, just type that in to the search and it will sort all of that brand out for you. And I love that about it. The sorting feature is my favorite part of thredUP, hands down, for shopping. It makes it so easy. They get thousands of new pieces every single day, so there's no shortage of new stuff coming in. If you just check regularly, you can find some really, really great things. I have found a lot of clothes that I wear every single day on thredUP. I have no beef with new clothing whatsoever. I love buying new, but I also love thrifting. And even though the items are secondhand, they always have felt like brand new coming from thredUP. I've never had anything feel less than stellar quality. Everything has been in really good shape. I'm gonna have a link in the description of this video, and you guys can use code Christy at checkout, and that will get you 30% off of your first order with thredUP. I'm going out and about today. I have an appointment that I have to go to. I'm gonna go try on some clothes, show you guys what I got.
All right, so this is everything that I got. I got all these
pieces right here. I'm gonna try on for you guys. Everything is basically tops. Bottoms, I kind of already know what I like. I have a couple of pairs of jeans and leggings that I just kind of alternate, but I am always really into finding new cute tops. Everything is sent in this cute polka dot packaging that you see here. I got all of these that I'm gonna try on for you guys today. So let's go. Okay, so this is one of the first pieces that I got. This is from a Universal Thread, and the estimated retail price on this was $22. I got it for $12.99, and it's like this sort of faded, like dark denim, and I'm wearing it today with a gray shirt, blue jeans, and just over the top, and it's really cute and comfortable. This is in a size XL, so I could totally button it up if I want to, or I can leave it open like it is today. And I really, really like this one. It's so comfortable, and it kind of looks like almost distressed in a way. Really, really cute. I love the look of this one so much. It's so comfy. This is another denim top, and this one is from Wild Fable. This one was estimated $22 as well, and I got it for $10.99, which is a really, really good deal. Again, I like to roll up the sleeves on this, but this one's like that kind of stonewash look. I love it so much. This one's in the same size as the last XL. I probably wouldn't pair this with jeans. Maybe I would, but for me, I feel like I'm not a huge denim on denim person. I would probably honestly wear this with like leggings or something, but really comfy. And again, it's got that distressed feel to it. Really, really cute. I'm really comfy. And then the final denim top that I got, this one is from CI Sono, but this one is estimated retail at $60. I got it for $30.99. This one's really cute. It fits nicely. It's got these rose details, and they're on the back. And it's got some distressing to it, which is exactly what I love. It's really comfortable, really, really cute. I love a good denim jacket. When I see one that looks promising, I must buy it. Like a good denim jacket, I also, when I see a good zip-up hoodie, I can't resist either. This one is so comfy and it fits so nice. This is from JCPenney. This was estimated retail $24 and I got it for $13.99. This one is like new. It's in really good condition. Really comfortable. Whatever fabric this is made of is like slinky and comfortable. I can see myself getting a ton of use out of this. It is perfect. I love it so much. One of my favorite things in the world is having good hoodies. I like a good pullover, but it's getting a little warmer out, but it's still cold in Washington, so all these sweaters I'm about to show you are needed. This is super cozy. It's not too thick to be like uncomfortably hot, because it's really not hot here at all right now. It should be because it's May, but it's not. Oh, look who we got. Oh. So this one is estimated retail $50. I got it for $18.99. This is American Eagle brand, and I love it. It doesn't look secondhand at all. It looks absolutely brand new, and I love the color. It's so comfy. This is from Universal Thread. Estimated was $30. I got it for $14.99. This has a tie in the front here, so it gives you like that cute shape. I like it. It's a little bit short. It's not bad. It's just a little bit like cropped for me. I like that though. I mean, I have really short, I'm 5 feet tall. I have kind of a short torso. I don't know, I feel like I've got a gray shirt on underneath it right now, and for it to hang out a little bit like that's kind of cute. I like the shape it gives, and the sleeves aren't too baggy, but they do go long, so fits good. If you guys are interested in checking out anything from ThredUp or shopping the site, I'm gonna have a link in the description of this video, and you guys can use code Christy at checkout, and that will get you 30% off of your first order. Thank you so much again to ThredUp for sponsoring the beginning portion of this video, for continuing to work with me, and for being awesome. All right, so I am going to start with my foundation. I'll work on my eyes in just a second, but I'm just gonna do my foundation real quick. And again, it's the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 foundation. I get a lot of questions still of what my favorite foundation is. It's hands down this one. I don't know, I just can't find anything that I like better that I can say with confidence would work for a lot of people. Now, I know that there are some people out there who say, hey, that did not work for me. I did not like that at all. I can understand. I mean, everybody has different skin concerns or what they like. This foundation for me, it's hard for me to imagine it not working on somebody because it is so, it's kind of just like, you know how there's those foundations that are like, oh, that's really dewy. And then you're like, oh, that's super uber matte. This one is just like right in the middle of the road for everything. It's full coverage. That is one thing that it actually is. But it's not uber matte and it's not uber dewy. It's just kind of a nice, beautiful skin-like satin finish. And this sounds like an ad for Pure. It's not. But ever since I used this for the first time, I believe last year, right before the 4th of July. So it's been like literally almost a year. I remember I had my heating pad on my face. I have a head condition, so I get really, really bad headaches, and a big helper for that is putting a really like searing hot heating pad right on my eye. It can help a lot with the pain. And so I do that all the time. Like this eye is 100% aging differently than this eye. I don't know. I'm already getting like downturned wrinkles on this side. It's just something I have to deal with this stupid condition. Anyway, because I put that heating pad on my face, I regularly get severe heating pad burns on this side of my face. And I remember specifically last year, right before 4th of July, I got a killer attack. And I was laying down with that heating pad on my face all day, just like searing my skin. And it was a day that my family was actually going to go to the carnival. And I really wanted to go and enjoy the carnival with my family. My face looked fucked, you guys. And so I tried the Pure 4-in-1 foundation. I think it wasn't the first time I had tried it, but it was maybe like the second time. And I was like, okay, well, this is where we're going to really see what the coverage looks like on this foundation. And it covered every single ounce of redness. Nobody could tell that I had a heating pad on my face that day. The fact that it could get rid of all of that redness for me and still look like beautiful, dewy, fresh skin was like life-changing for me. Not only that, this literally sounds like an ad for Pure. It's really not, I'm telling you. I just love this foundation so much and I will scream it from the rooftops forever. It comes in 100 shades. No other foundation has done this so far, and not only did Pure do it, but they did it right. The shades, the undertones, I highly recommend it. If you've ever been wondering, should I give it a try? I would, honestly. It's the only foundation that I keep going back to every single day. So the other day when I did my foundation, then I went in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost Palette. Now, they don't sell this anymore because Hourglass loves to put products out that are beautiful for 1 month and then take them back and then never sell them again. Hurtful, Hourglass, hurtful. But this is a good product. You don't absolutely need it. Hourglass has individual bronzers if you want to try that sort of luminescent look, the Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light or one of those. They have them individually and I love those. So you don't have to get them in these palettes. I just happen to have it and it's one of my favorites. I've actually used so much of this bronzer. I don't know if you can tell, they normally are very domed and I've used this down flat. So I get a shit ton of use out of this product. At first, I really didn't like this product. I was like, this looks so unbelievably cheap. And frankly, I still agree with that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me. It's the packaging that looks cheap and Hourglass doesn't do cheap packaging. But I think this product is like $80. So I say $80 with how much use I've gotten out of it, worth it. But for the average person, if you're not going to reach for this daily or if there are colors in there that don't work for you, $80 is hefty. They seem to bring these back every single year, so they might bring it back with a certain shade this year. I don't know, but usually they're limited edition because I have the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette. It's not the Ghost palette. This one came out Ghost, meaning it came out during October, I believe, right for Halloween. And so it's a good palette though. The one big really shitty part about these though is that Hourglass, while being a really awesome brand, like I love Hourglass. I have worked with them before. I did my first meet and greet with them at BeautyCon in 2018. They are an amazing brand and I have loved being able to work with them. Their shades are kind of abysmal. Not always, but like this palette I think comes in this one skin tone. So unless you are of my skin tone or lighter, you can't use it, you know? I mean, you wouldn't be able to get any use out of it. You would for these top 3 shades as a highlighter, possibly, and then maybe the blush would work. But bronzer-wise, it wouldn't work. So I don't know. I just feel like while Hourglass has the most luxurious packaging and they're such an amazing brand and I really, really enjoy their products, they need to start bringing out multiple different shades in their products because one size does not fit all, you know? Just using the blush from these as well. This isn't the most important part of the makeup. I'm literally just doing the same base routine that I've been doing. I did go through like 2 solid weeks where I was using only the Fenty cream products. Now I'm back onto a little bit of the powders. So, you know, creature of habit. I'm gonna dip into a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Omrizi highlighter. Not a ton, just a little smattering right at the top. I've really been anti-highlighter lately. Not anti, I mean, okay, I love a good glow, but I've been definitely reaching for more of that lit from within style look, like from the Hourglass powders. That's the one thing that Hourglass can do, not a lot of other brands can replicate. They have a powder formulation that just, it just does. It's so finely milled and I haven't seen it replicated. The closest I've been able to find is the Physicians Formula Shimmer Brick, which I recently found out Physicians Formula is not cruelty-free anymore. I think they started selling in China, which is really disappointing, but it happens. You know, sometimes you lose brands. Like NARS used to be completely cruelty-free and then they up and left and decided, never mind. And it's so weird when brands go backwards in that direction. Financially, it makes complete sense for them to sell to a larger audience. And so I totally get it. It's just super disappointing. But you know, at some point you just have to say, I'm not in control of what these brands do. You can definitely let them know with your dollar, and that's what I choose to do. I only use cruelty-free makeup now. I've been doing that for probably the last year and a half. And do I go on to these big tirades about it online? No, I don't, because I personally would rather just totally support the brands who are doing it the way that I think that they should, instead of just shitting all over the brands that aren't. For me, that can sometimes work. It can work, but I'd rather praise the brands that I think are doing a really good job of keeping their brand cruelty-free, not testing on animals. I'd rather hype up those brands than shit talk the ones that aren't. I'd rather just not even really discuss those brands on my channel. There are definitely companies that, man, if I could just please, like, you're such a good company. Can you please just stop doing that? And trust me, I get it. The almighty dollar, man, it's definitely more tempting. And, you know, to a lot of companies who are nameless and faceless, companies are not people. Companies generally go for what makes companies the most money. It's not even that a lot of people are just heartless and don't care. I just think a lot of people don't even think about it, you know, especially because companies out there can claim cruelty-free, even though they can definitely test on animals. So like, I could be wrong, so I apologize if I'm wrong here. Generally, brands will say, hey, we are cruelty-free and we don't test on animals except where required by law. That's like exactly what Mac says and stuff like that. So when people see those statements on their websites, they're like, but they are cruelty free. And it's like, yes, but where required by law means that the testing is still happening on that brand's behalf because they are choosing to sell there. If they stopped selling in the place where it was required by law, then no animals would have to suffer. And, you know, the thing is a lot of people draw the distinction. They're like, well, yeah, but not every person who's cruelty free is vegan. And I think that a lot of people's mindset in that is makeup is not essential to survive. We do not need it to survive. It is purely a luxury that we enjoy having, and no animal should have to suffer for our beauty. You know, at the end of the day, we know most of these products are safe. Most of these products and ingredients have been tested in the past rigorously on animals, and we know that these ingredients are likely fine. There are a few people out there in the world that may have a reaction, but it's not the norm to have a reaction to these very commonly used ingredients that time and time again throughout history have been tested over and over and over, and we know to be generally very safe. You know, so I think that that's where a lot of people come into it. Not to be dogmatic in any way, you know, I don't judge people for what they choose to do. I say, you know, everybody has their own set of morals and standards on what they choose to do. And if you are somebody that doesn't find that to be important, well, that's your prerogative. And that's not to shame you or say anything, you know. I just feel like for me, I could no longer do it. And it has lost me so much opportunity because there are the brands that do test on animals, man, they seem to really want to work with me right after I freaking said that I was going cruelty free. I'm not even exaggerating. It was like just painful to see all the things that I had to turn down. But ultimately, I feel better about the decision than I do for missing connections with certain brands, which it hurts, man. It hurts, especially after all the time you put in when you have to say no. But, you know, you just have to do what feels right to you and hope that you're making the right decision. And I feel good about it because there are a ton of really good cruelty-free brands out there still. Like, I tell you what, I feel like I did not miss out on most of my favorite brands. There are definitely some where I'm like, come on, but most of them are good. So I'm going to do a light wash of color on my lids, and I'm going to be using just like a warm toned brown today for that. This is exactly what I did. I'm going to just kind of tap out my lids here. Makeup Geek has really good neutral shades. You can go through and look in here. You can get these all individually, or you can get these giant pans. I've done a review on these. I'll link it up here. I really, really like these. I tend to use them the most for fake freckles, actually, which is really weird and probably not what they were intended for, but I've noticed that I don't need to keep my eyeshadow really minimal either, just because I'm not wearing lashes. And I have felt that for a really long time. Like, hey, you're not wearing lashes. You probably shouldn't be wearing eyeshadow that heavily because it's too overkill. No, not really at all, actually. I have totally noticed that, like, it looks really great when I do like a really deep, gorgeous brown smoky eye with just those really minimal lashes. Oh, it looks so pretty. By the way, the eyebrow products that I used are the M Cosmetics ones, and that was the M Cosmetics Fine Liner Brow Pencil in Brunette, and then the Brow Cream in Brunette. And really, really nice. Really, really lovely products. I really love the M Cosmetics brow products. They're some of my favorites, and pretty much all I've been using for the last maybe like almost 2 months. Really enjoy them so much. They're a really lovely color. They're not overkill as far as colors are concerned, and they're not like too pigmented, but they're not like under pigmented either. They're just kind of perfect, honestly. Brushes are another thing to keep in mind, and something that I forget really often are made from animal hair. Some brushes are made from squirrel, which is really, really weird. I think that a lot of times we think of makeup as cruelty free, and I think this brush is probably natural fiber, and I'm being total hypocrite right now. I don't even think about it until it's too late. There are a lot of really great synthetic brands out there. Sigma uses a fiber in their brushes called Sigmatech fibers. I think that's what they're called. They are synthetic. And I think that Morphe, these white bristles, I don't know, I forget about that sometimes. But there are definitely really great brushes out there that are synthetic, and they don't need to be made of animal hair. There are like really good synthetic versions. Like this is a Wet n Wild brush, and this is definitely nylon or synthetic, and it's very soft and would apply really well. I find that the main reason I reach for brushes like this, even though they may not be synthetic, is because of the shape of them. I feel like brands are making the shape of these better. For some reason, they get them more pointed, versus I feel like when they're doing these synthetic bristles, they're always packed and really thick at the tip, if that makes sense, thick at the tip. I just like to run the same shadows, whatever shadows you choose, right underneath my eye. I didn't actually add more to the brush at all, just running the remainder that was on the brush. And the thing is, when it comes to, I apologize that I continue talking about cruelty-free versus not. I don't think you need to throw out your current stuff, and I don't think you need to feel guilty. If you know now, you can make the changes as you see fit, as you want to. But I think it's just about knowing what we're doing, knowing what we're supporting when we do, and making informed decisions from there. It's not about feeling guilty. It's not about feeling shamed. What works for me is somebody being kind to me and explaining how it works, and trying to educate on maybe something that I didn't know without making me feel like a total shitbag if I maybe choose in that moment not to do it. I really try to just lead by example, recommend things that are good. I mean, and I'm not perfect. Nobody is. Anybody that says they are, you're a liar. Anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox now. Down, we're gonna talk about mascara. So I have been using, it's just a regular eyelash curler from NYX. I definitely wanna try a heated one, and maybe I will do it for the video. I think it's up there somewhere. But I have this little eyelash curler, and most people are gonna have access to these, so that's what I'm going to use instead of some fancy tool that you probably aren't gonna be able to get. The mascara that I used was the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Waterproof. It worked great, you guys. It worked so great. So I'm gonna curl my lashes real quick. You ever have a pair of tweezers like these that don't even connect, like they don't even meet, and it's like you literally have one job, and that it is to meet. Okay, so I am going to curl my lashes with this. They'll definitely crimp them straight up and down, but I really don't care because it still looks kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. I like to leave them on curling for like maybe, I don't know, 20 seconds or whatever. It still definitely crimps the lashes straight up. They don't look real by any means, like they are so naturally curled. Everybody has messaged me saying, curl your lashes with a spoon, and I'm like sitting here trying to think of how that would work. I googled it this morning, and the consensus was that I don't really know how it's still done. So if you guys have a recommendation for me on how to curl your eyelashes with a spoon, I'm all ears. Get off my face, you little bitch. Okay, mascara time. Okay, so I'm gonna use the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Waterproof. Only using this one because I went through every mascara that I had, and this was the only waterproof one I could find. That's how many non-waterproof mascaras are out there. And so many people messaged me afterwards and were like, yep, this is the way. This is exactly how it works. I also heard you can do a layer of waterproof, let it dry, and then use your favorite mascara over the top. That's too many steps for me. There's just something about the formula of waterproof that makes them stand at attention. Now, this mascara, do you see it's already transferred on my eyeshadow? Just really irritating because it's a very wet formula. I noticed that waterproof takes a while to dry as well. So you see this like little rogue sucker out here? That's because my eyelash curler sucks asshole and it just goes, but do you see how they are still standing up? Unprecedented. I didn't have issues with this one transferring under my eye or anything. For some reason, it transfers really bad on the top, right onto my eyeshadow. I didn't curl these lashes as good. Do you see the difference from the other day? I mean, they were just completely straight, you guys. They did not stand up at all. They went immediately down, and that's always what happens. This is crazy. It's so crazy. Can you guys even believe it? Mascara. Get over it. But it is crazy, okay? And I'm excited about it. And while this first coat is drying, I'm gonna put some faux freckles on. I've been doing them lately, especially when I don't have big lashes. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more attention drawn to the skin to like, there's just something about putting on the faux freckles with a understated eye that like looks really good. I just use a little pointy brush and some eyeshadow. Same with the Makeup Geek shadows. This is mainly what I use them for, honestly. I know my looks lately have kind of been similar, but you know what? It's because, you know, you gotta do what you're into when you're into it. I can tell that my cat's food bowl is empty because the cats have been literally insufferable this morning, following me around, smacking each other in the face. They do this thing where like, if I sit down to pee in the morning and I'm sitting down on the toilet, they jump in the bathtub and like, what a weird thing. And they only do this when they're hungry, and they're not underfed, let me tell you, these chunks. They had a full bowl, and so that means they ate all of it, and now they're like, fill it up more. They look at me like they're starving. They jump on my lap when I'm in the bathroom. Why do they jump in the bathtub? I will never know. They chase me around the house. I can hear them, their little feet up and down the stairs. Relax, you guys. I've been up for 20 minutes. It was full last night. You're going to live. It's funny because at first you might be like, gosh, why are the cats being crazy? And then you've had cats long enough that you're like, yeah, that's an empty food bowl. I can just tell. I can tell. What weird behavior too, to have like, to be hungry and be like running around smacking everybody. No, I can relate. I get like angry when I'm hungry. And actually Zach can totally tell. We were watching The Office the other day and there's a part in there where Jim and Pam are getting real arguey and he's like, sorry, I'm hungry. I was like, dude, that's so me. I get so angry when I'm hungry. It's like, I can't even help it. I guess that's where the term hangry came from. And then to make these look even better, just make sure you throw a little more bronzer on top. The bronzer over the freckles is what makes them look more real because freckles naturally have a little bit more pigmentation underneath them, you know? First coat, is it dry? Yes. So now I'm gonna go with second coat. Try not to make them look too spidery, which can definitely happen, but I just feel like it works. It works. And then I'm gonna take a little spoolie and scrape off the transfer that had happened on my eyelid, because that's the way that you can remove it. Just wait for it to fully dry, take a little spoolie, and then get real scrapey on it. If you do it when it's wet, it's just gonna smear everywhere. If you do it like this, it sort of works. I mean, it definitely didn't take it completely off because I already have my stupid eyeshadow on. But it gets the majority of it off, and then you can like go back in with the brush and maybe just like clean it up a little bit. And now I scraped off a bunch of the eyeshadow. Cool! For lips, just a little bit of Mocha-lish. And I want to have you guys guess the next product. I have a strong feeling you know what it already is. Did you guess Lunar Beauty Dreamy? Because you were right. If you did, ding, ding, ding. I still have to do my hair. It's looking a little bit... But that is it. Okay, so these are the eyes. Very simple. But the thing is, the lashes are the star of the show because they stay up and they will stay up all day long. And this mascara, maybe not just even the CoverGirl, maybe it's every waterproof mascara, I assume it is, works amazing. These will be up all day. And you know what? If you did this without any eyeshadow, if you just did a very understated, maybe even no eyeshadow, and you just had these big lashes, I did that the other day. I just had the up at attention, my own lashes. And honestly, no face makeup, no foundation, no nothing, just lashes. I felt so unbelievably beautiful that day. I can't even tell you. I even made the comment to my husband. I was like, I am extremely pretty today. And he started laughing. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, I am extremely beautiful right now. I don't know. There's just something about that look of like, that's what the joy of having lash extensions is, waking up just feeling like, yeah, I can come right now. Makeup who? You don't even need it because you just look perfect when you wake up. Why must I pick them off? It's a curse. I don't know. I can't help it. And that is the makeup look. I'll probably do a little check-in throughout the day just to show you guys how these are holding up at the very end. But here's how they're looking right now. This eye is definitely not as curled as this eye because I just didn't put as much time and attention into it because I gotta go. I'm gonna see you guys in like 10 hours after I've been wearing this all day long. and show you guys how it's holding up. My makeup looks terrible because I've been outside with this hat on, working outside all day. But it is 10 p.m. You see that? You see what I see? You see that? Up. At attention. Not going anywhere. That's what I call lashes, baby. And I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Again, thank you so much to ThredUp for sponsoring the beginning portion of this video, for continuing to work with me. If you guys are interested in checking out ThredUp, I'm gonna have a link in the description of this video, and you guys can use code Christy at checkout, and that will get you 30% off of your first order with ThredUp. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you at my next video. Bye! Somebody said, can you quit saying bye in that childish tone? And again, that was somebody telling me what to do in a harsh way, and because you aren't my real dad, I'm gonna say it in twice the amount of childish tones now, so point proven. Ambient lighting, editing, how had it go? The eyelash stuff. Oh, I got a hair. Ow.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a...
Set up your voicemail, dummy. All right, well, I'm gonna guys see you. I'm gonna guys. Bye. That was weird. I hated that.